I worked with Frank Gehry on different projects for 30-something years. After Frank won the competition, he was looking for somebody who could make his tapestry a reality. And I received a call if I could figure out how to do it. And, well, my attitude is that everything can be done, anything can be done. And I said yes, without even knowing how it can be done. The image part was easy. I am an artist, I can make a drawing. To make a drawing, you need lines. If you have enough lines, you have an image. Then it got a little more complicated because it's size at that point about 600 feet long, 360 feet high, and it's supposed to be made out of stainless steel and withstand the weather and for like 100 years or so. In order to prove that the drawing can be done, we made the 3 panels, 3 feet by 15 feet, with the image of the tree that was original, supposed to be the image. And we made it by hand. And it took 3 people, 3 months. Now, how many people it will take to do 600 panels, how much time? It wouldn't work. We have to automate the process. We were trying to weld something that nobody welded before. So we had a very hard time to make the thing work until at some point my friend engineer said, let's do something that is completely different. In most of the resistive welding, you pair energy with the timing. Most energy, more time, less energy, less time. He suggested a maximum energy, minimum time, and boom, and it started working. Then we had to make a machine. There's a gas delivery that's supposed to shield the steel from oxygen. There's a spool on the back, there's a fishing rod that we have, there's a welder. It sort of ended up working like a sewing machine. Instead of stitching, we are welding. We have about 2,000 to 3,000 welds for each side on the art of this density. When it gets denser, we have much more. When we're done with everything, we're going to have probably about 82 million welds on the whole tapestry, which is a big number. We would not be able to create the panel without the software. The software required the drawing, that is very complicated, to be done actually with unbroken line. That's what we have. We have spool of wire, and this is one line going through the panel, being welded and creating the drawing. My daughter, Thea, who is a software engineer, she started from scratch. And the software that operates those machines, that translate the drawings into the CNC system, is completely new and specific for this project. So there was a lot of first things in the whole project.
So this is just one panel from Bay 4. This is what it looks like when we cut it out. And these ones, they go directly into software that we've written, which translates them into lines that the CNC machine can read. So then the machine just uses these points, and this is where it will go to weld. Once you put together all of the different layers that we've made, what you end up with is something that looks like this. So this is what a completed rendered bay looks like.
I love the scale of the project. We have 600 panels. The whole tapestry is going to be 450 feet by 60 feet. One panel takes about 8-9 days to be produced. We have 18 machines working most of the time with the help of all the people that operate them and fix the things that machine cannot do right. We have 9 layers on the panel. One of the difficult part in making the tapestry that would read from the distance, any surface, you go far away, it sort of gets grayish and loses contrast. What we did in our layer, we placed the wire who sticks out from the panel horizontally. That way, the sunlight hits it from the top, and one wire casts the shadows on the wire below, and so on and so on. So we actually got the shadow on the tapestry. The tapestry will look completely different in any time of the day, in any light, in the morning, in the afternoon, at night. It's shimmering silver or it's getting completely black. But because of the 3-dimensional character of it, the light is playing with it all the time. When you make a drawing, you think that's the drawing you made. In this thing, this drawing changes every hour. Depends how light will hit it. If there's a clouded sky or open sky, we encounter something extremely interesting and something that become alive in light. Under the tapestry, there's a system of light that's going to be used at night. It works like a silver screen, and any color projected on it gets really intense. It changes it again, and again, it makes it, really different look at night and during the day. Frank is a master of taking people in the spaces that they haven't been before. The scale is extremely important in that. It sort of separates the space from anything else. Was the idea of having almost like a stage arrangement. I know it's going to be an interesting experience because by the time you walk from one end to the tapestry to another, you're going to see completely different object. I read a lot about President Eisenhower. I went to Kansas, to the place that he grew up. What makes him especially attractive to me is that that was a humble guy, humble family that grew up on the wrong side of the railroad track in the little town in Kansas and achieved what he achieved. And that's extremely important for me. I've done many very different things. This was the most difficult one for sure. At the same time, it's the most rewarding. It's great to face the obstacles and just go one after another. They said, wow, I did it. That's nothing can, but this is much more than money.